In 2014, the Scottish Government produced their See Here strategy, which was aimed at individuals in Scotland living with a sensory loss and the opportunity for potentially more joined up services. And at that time, VisionPK partnered up with RNID to deliver that more integrated sensory loss service in Perth and Kinross. We realised that we didn't have the expertise in terms of hearing loss, so we looked around and partnered with Action Hearing Loss Scotland, as they were at the time, knowing that they were a big national organisation, we were a small local organisation, and knowing that they would have the expertise, that we could join together and provide an excellent service to people who were living with sight loss and hearing loss.
Service users have benefited in that the people that come to see them have a broader knowledge of sensory loss rather than individual loss around sight loss or hearing loss. So it's a more holistic approach to supporting service users, and I think that's been really beneficial for people who use our service.
It works really well, the partnership with Perth and Kinross Council. I'm employed by RNID at the moment and work within VisionPK to provide the hearing loss support for the sensory services. The equipment that I would request for the people that I've been visiting, that's provided by the council, by the Joint Equipment Loaning Service. So I have a good working relationship with them, making sure that we're getting the right equipment and they go out and deliver and fit the equipment for me.
I have a team of equipment fitters who are skilled in actually fitting hearing impaired equipment. So we have a range of personal listeners, loop systems. We have a Bellman paging system that has various different peripherals such as smoke alarms, smoke detectors, doorbell ringers, etc. So my team are responsible for going in, working with the client, making sure they understand how to operate the equipment.
The benefits to the people getting the equipment are huge. It reduces isolation straight away, especially during COVID. If you've not had any contact from visitors, family and friends, if you're not being able to hear the TV, that really reduces the interactions that you're having. So it makes a big difference. And also we have things like a smoke alarm system for people who have hearing loss, because it's not always the level of the sound, it's sometimes the tone that you're not hearing. So even though the smoke alarm is really loud, you might not hear it if you're asleep in your bed and you've got your hearing aids out.
I work in partnership with VisionPK. I refer people to them that I identify during my visits to the home that could benefit from their advice and specialist equipment that they provide. It's very reassuring for the people. It allows them to live more safely and independently, especially if they live alone, and for their families it will give reassurance that there is a system in place.
I think the partnership with RNID has been successful because as a large national charity, they've been able to offer us their expertise, their knowledge, their wide-ranging resources, and we're local, and we've got a long history here in Perth and Kinross, so we've got that insight in terms of what's happening locally. So I think joining together has created a really all-round service. So we've got the expertise around sight loss and we've got the expertise around hearing loss, and together hopefully we're delivering an excellent service here in Perth and Kinross together.
Perth and Kinross Council are fortunate in that the partnership builds local capacity and knowledge about sensory impairment, and that capacity building is not just in service users, it's in third sector organisations across Perth and Kinross, which gives that third sector a bit more capacity to support people locally, and one of the benefactors of that are Perth and Kinross Health and Social Care Partnership.
I think the difference that we make is that individuals in Perth and Kinross who are living with a sensory loss know that there are solutions, that there are things that they can do to improve their independence or maintain their independence, that they can come to us and we can offer advice, equipment, opportunities to talk, and that has allowed individuals to go forward more positively into their future, whatever that brings.